All right, y'all. Good morning. It's your girl Farmer C. It's early here at Green Heifer Farms, and I am showing up with Mr. Andrew. Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew. I was making sure. For some reason, it was like Andrew. I was like, no, he's Andrew. Okay. I have a YouTube channel.
Okay. I'm not the best on camera, but
it's okay. I just want you to be you. But I have people who want to see the transformation of this, and I have people who've actually invested in it.
Yeah.
So show it real. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So good news and bad news about the floor is the good news is that a lot of your joists and then the rim are actually solid oak. The rim is actually 4 inches thick. So it's a really solid piece of wood, and oak is naturally rot resistant.
Nice,
so
nice.
That's
okay.
really nice to see.
Okay, that's the good news.
Some of them are split, though.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's 4 on this side.
Is it possible to find that type of wood? Yeah.
Well, what we can do is what they call sistering, which is I can jack up that side of the house where the split is, because it's just on one end, and then take another just 2x6 piece of framing lumber, and then we can attach that to the side of that. And so we'll have both pieces of wood, and they'll be nailed together all the way down. So it's gonna
be very stable.
Shift the load onto that new joist.
So very stable.
Very stable.
Okay. All right.
And we'll get the floor somewhat level.
Now, why is that bad news?
I said there's good news and bad news.
Okay, that wasn't the bad news?
That was not. I mean, this is really the worst news right here.
Okay, give me the worst news. Okay.
So here I'm actually going to have to cut out this section of rim.
Okay.
Right here, because this is pretty rotten.
Mm-hmm.
There's some rot on some of the other oak, but it's really superficial and it's not actively rotten.
Okay.
In order for wood to rot, you need wet conditions, and because there's so much airflow under the house.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's dry and it's pretty safe.
Okay.
So, but this one has rotted.
So we need to replace this period.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'll need to build a little support wall under here to hold the joists that are there temporarily.
Okay.
And I can cut this out, and I'll probably take off the siding and everything.
Okay.
But I'm doing that just to make it easier.
Okay. And so all of that work is to get this part stabilized.
Yeah, it's to get the structure of the house here stabilized. So that's going to raise the floor, because the floor is really sunk in right there from where all that moisture has gotten in and rotted the flooring out in there.
Okay.
So that'll straighten it up, and like it'll support this whole corner of the house right here.
Okay.
Just get the estimate together.
Okay.
Because like I can find every little thing that needs to be done, and then I can come up with an intelligent price.
Gotcha.
Based off of that.
Love it, love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Otherwise, I'd just be throwing random numbers out at you. So.
That's not. I mean, considering the age of the building, that's not like devastating news.
No, it looks really good under there. I did some rot repair on a house that was built in the 1950s recently, and it was in far worse shape than this.
Yeah, they don't build them like this anymore.
No, you don't find solid oak rim joists like that are 4x6.
Yeah.
Or 4x8 actually.
Yeah, I knew it was a special little, but it was something about her. I was like, you know what?
You know, I think another part of the conversation that we need to have is like to what extent you want to fix this up. Like there's some sections of rim, that could be replaced, and for the longevity of it.
If it's easier for us to do it while we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have someone come back later, because we're going to be here. So I don't want to have someone come back, 5-10 years, and we got to basically do the same stuff.
Right. It wouldn't be 5 or 10 years down the line.
It'll be.
Or anything would be a problem. I'm going to consult with a couple of my old-timer friends.
Okay.
Who know old houses better, and just kind of get an idea of like what amount of rot and what condition is really worth replacing and what can be left alone.
This will be in frequent use.
Yeah. So
Okay.
You want it solid.
So I need it solid.
Yeah. And then, you know, the foundation, you said your block guy, or was it the house movers?
The house movers set it up, but I had Mr. Smitty, who's a masonry expert in his 80s. He came out to look at it, and I was asking him if I needed something more substantial because I was going to hire him to do that, and he said he would just be taking my money, that this is solid, but you know, I'm open to other opinions.
They pour concrete footers first underneath the block, or is the block just sitting on the soil? The block's just sitting right on top of the soil. Yeah. Again, like, if he's a guy who knows foundations, then I don't think he would steer you in the wrong direction, because that would be just a really terrible thing to do to somebody.
Yeah.
But again, I'll talk to my old timer friends.
Yeah, ask.
Get an idea.
Definitely ask.
Yeah. I actually have a friend who just moved a building about this size, and he did the foundation and everything, so he would probably give me some good advice on that.
Sounds good.
And I've really been thinking a lot about the siding.
Okay.
Because I know you want to reuse a lot of this to keep that patina.
Yeah.
Because you can't, I mean, you're not going to be able to buy anything just like that. And
the closest I could think is cedar, because if it's left outside, it gets a nice, cypress. Okay, I didn't think about cypress.
So, you know, I was considering siding options, and, you know, pine's really nice.
Okay.
And you can get what's called rough cut pine, which is just, it's coming straight off the mill. It's band-sawed, so, like, it's got a little bit of character to it.
Okay.
And that comes in, we can kind of match this pattern.
Okay.
And
do we have to burn it or anything?
the pine?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I like the look when people burn the wood.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
Do you know what look I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the Japanese technique.
Yeah, and it really preserves the wood longer too, right?
Yeah. I'd like.
How do you think that'll look?
Accents. I think it would look really cool.
I think it'll look really cool.
And it would give it that kind of like age.
Give it some character.
Building look. Yeah. Or we could preserve like this. So this section of the house here. See how it has the board, and then it has a board on top. Like that's the way that you make a structure weather tight with this kind of siding. It's called board and batten.
Okay.
And the batten, because boards will shrink and expand with the seasonality.
Okay.
And this top board covers that place where they shrink and expand. So normally, so from a technical perspective, I would need to put a piece of metal flashing in between the two layers so that anything that's running down here isn't able to go behind the next course.
Gotcha.
And so the flashing will slip behind here, and then it comes out, and then it bends down again. And then the siding that's under it tucks underneath that piece of flashing.
Issa, what we're gonna do, I'm trying, because I'm visual, so I'm wondering if I put this outside, this will give me a better visual.
Oh yeah, the 5B.
Yeah. This isn't what you're talking about though, right?
You know,
when we talk about corrugated metal.
Yeah, they make the corrugated that's got the waviness, you know, that you'll see on some like shed roofs. But I've done siding with the 5V too. They're all connected. You know what I mean when I say tongue and groove?
The way that they're joined together with the little groove and the little piece of wood, like a puzzle. Yeah.
So those are going to be hard to pull off, and they're in good condition.
Okay.
And so, you know, as much as that as you want to keep, it'd be better probably for us just to leave it undisturbed. So it'd be better, because normally when you're building a house, all the wiring, all the plumbing is done from inside.
Yeah.
When the stud bays are open before drywall.
Yeah.
But since we want to keep this intact, I imagine.
That's good.
But we can do that. So
one of my old timer farming friends was explaining it to me and the fact that you don't find them like
yeah,
that.
Normally you just see in houses, especially older houses, like the windows at my house, they're just like, slots in there.
Yeah.
And they don't have like...
No, yeah, it's a weight down there.
Which should hold the weight of the window, whereas in my house, you pull it up this high and then it slams
It comes down, yeah.
So...
And even the sound, I love it.
And it works. That's amazing.
It works. So I want to keep that.
Yeah.